I've got a 1976 SeaKing 6 horsepower. This has the Tillotson CO carburetor in it. So I'm gonna do a little quick thing on how I removed it. Now, to be honest, it's easier if you have to work on the recoil system here for the starter. It's easier when this thing is out probably to get this carburetor out. It's a bear to get out. One thing you can do is you can remove this choke cable. What happens is this little piece here springs back this way, pops off. Then your choke, I shouldn't say cable, the knob will pull out. The other thing that's handy to do is if you'll back this off, when you back this off, there's a rod that comes through here. This is the end of it, and it'll just slide out that direction. And then this spring, this piece of wire is just looped in here. You can twist this around and get that off of there. That gives you more room. And then a 7/16 inch nut. One is over here, which are really difficult to get to. Again, that would be easier if this were out. And the other one is down here at the edge of this, which is easier to get to when you get this off. And then what I do is kind of twist it. If you're standing here looking as I'm showing it, up and away from me. And it's kind of a bear to get out of there, to be honest with you. It's a son of a gun. Because there's just hardly any room. The other thing I did was I took this nut off. It gives just a hair bit of clearance more to get it out of there. And then I used the rebuild kit. Let me show you, this is the instructions that came with the rebuild kit. The only thing about this rebuild kit, which was a pain but I made it work, is this gasket here, which goes in the top of the bowl piece here. If you're looking at it, you'd flip it over and the bowl sits on top of this gasket is too wide. I had to trim the outer circumference down just a little bit because there's a groove in this lid, in this piece here that it fits in. So I just took it on a piece of flat wood and took a little trimmer, a little razor blade, and trimmed the outside of it, and it worked well. Again, this is the CO model, is what I needed. Everything else seemed to be fine for that.